Hello, beautiful community. It is Ashen Wolf, extrasensory completion process and parts work facilitator, hypnotherapist, and life coach. Today, we are getting chakralicious, and we're going to be talking about chakras, but specifically about the rise of consciousness and the different directions of consciousness when it comes to chakras. So, I'm going to explain how I figured this out first. When I was younger, and I was a child, I was very much in my crown chakra and in my third eye chakra. And in fact, I spent most of childhood there. In my teen years, I spent most of my time in my throat chakra. As I started growing up, I came into the heart space a little bit. I came into the solar plexus. In my adult years, heart space, solar plexus, sacral chakra, and I am very much in my sacral chakra, dipping into my root a little bit and my earth a little bit. So when our soul or our consciousness or our higher self is coming down here, it can come in a couple of ways. Most humans are incarnating through the root area and stopping somewhere between, like, think of it as a stream of consciousness coming through the root, maybe stopping at the solar plexus. Or you can come down and stop at the third eye like I was. Most humans today have come from the ground and they're going up because the chakras are all connected and one awareness leads to the next. But there's some people that are in a very interesting chakra system experience, which is, by the way, the abnormal, that are coming in from the upper ones and going down in their learning experience. And they have specifically chosen that to open the chakras up quicker because they knew that in their life, that's what would get them there the quickest. So we're gonna talk more about what I mean. So just because I was mostly in my crown didn't mean I had no awareness of my other chakras. And just because you might be coming in from your root doesn't mean the root is the strongest. So you might have come in through the root, you're mostly rooted in your solar plexus, for example. You can check out my video linked below on which chakra you're rooted in to learn more about that. So our consciousness streams into the chakra systems, and it's going to be more rooted in certain chakras than the other. But it is always going in a pattern of unveiling, and that pattern is always in an order or in a system from one chakra system to the next. So what it is when you unlock certain things in the lower chakras or in the chakra that you're more stuck in, you come down and you might get some information about, let's say, the root chakra, and that's going to root you right down. So if you're coming in from up, you're constantly pulling your consciousness down through the chakra system to become more grounded into the body. And if you're coming in from the bottom up, you're constantly pulling your awareness up, your soul stream up into the higher chakras to learn more about awakening and different aspects of life and how to maintain these things. So all of the chakras are connected and one key leads to the next. But we don't have to discover them one by one, but we are always moving through them in a certain direction. So as we're moving down, we can learn a little bit more here, a little bit more there. All of the chakras, no matter coming in from up or coming in from the bottom to up or the bottom down, no matter which way you go, everybody has a whole different system of which chakras are more open and which chakras are more closed. And you could have passed root chakra altogether and be right there in the solar plexus, right? So it doesn't necessarily mean that just because you're coming in from bottom up that you are really getting the hang of the lower chakras. It just means that that's the direction of your learning. That means that your soul is more interested in discovering and uncovering the lower chakras first, and that is going to ultimately lead to your understanding and learning of the higher chakras first. Vice versa, if you're coming in from top down. Your soul stream chose, okay, well, I am going to have an easier time unlocking the lower chakras if I first discover more about the higher chakras. So we're going to talk a little bit about where some awareness could be to which chakra systems you're currently maybe stuck in or exploring, and also if you're a bottom up or a top down. So in the crown chakra, if you're stuck there, it's a lot conceptual and thought and spirituality and being stuck in your head and really out of body. And the third eye is an exploration of truth and knowing and spirituality and concept and sight and, you know, picking up multidimensional levels of people and things like that. So I have spent most of my life like literally going through the astral realm, and that's why I'm so extrasensory, because I was so half in, half out of this dimension for most of my life, and I had to seriously ground in my adult years. And I'm still able to connect with all these psychic abilities. It's just that now I'm grounded, and they're even better this way, in my opinion. But so I was literally experiencing like closing my eyes and seeing the astral realm and swimming through the astral realm and seeing sacred geometry and colors, and I still do that today, by the way. Every single time I close my eyes, that's my reality. And seeing things in my environment and seeing energy move and seeing these beings and these shapes and these vortexes and portals and all of this. And I was very stuck in spiritual concept and awakening and angels and all of this. So that's crown chakra and third eye, if you get stuck there and if you're in the exploration of opening those up. And then throat chakra is very much about expression, learning to take up space or feeling like you can't take up space, learning to express yourself and speak up, or speaking up and expressing yourself too much. It's a mix of those two. That's what it would be like if you're stuck in the throat chakra, and learning to open it up. The heart chakra would be a lot of isolation, a lot of loneliness, a lot of relationship resentment and holding on to things from the past. The solar plexus, when you're stuck there, it's very much about ego and living in a narcissistic bubble and feeling powerless. We're going to talk about the plus sides of these, by the way, at the end of this video. And then in the sacral chakra, it's a lot about, like, if you're stuck there, it's a lot about sexuality. Maybe you're having a lot of your sexuality expression and having a great sex life, and maybe too much of a sex life. Or you might have sexual trauma, or you might have an aversion to sexuality, or an aversion to your own body, or aversion and shame when it comes to sexuality, and not getting your physical connection needs met. So the sacral chakra, if you're stuck there, is very much about your, like, an inability to have healthy sexuality, have healthy physical connection with people, and have like a real connection to life in and of itself. I'm in life, I'm taking life in, I'm receiving the connection with life itself. And then root chakra, people that are stuck there, it's a lot about things like money, building, like physically building a home, or physically working with your hands, vibrations like wood and metal and stone and mineral and plant and herb, and like foundations and like physical building structures and physical mechanical things and how they work and all these engineering things. And the root chakra is like people that are very like survival oriented. So if you have a healthy root chakra, you probably are very comfortable with money. You're probably very comfortable with getting your physical needs met through money, or feeling safe and feeling like you're not at threat to any predators, etc. Then in the sacral chakra, when you start learning and unlocking those codes, it's like, okay, I don't feel as much shame. I'm healing my sexuality. I'm having healthier sexuality. I'm learning to connect with life and receive passion and joy and pleasure. Coming into the solar plexus, the healthy solar plexus unlocking is like learning my self-worth, learning my empowerment. Heart space, connecting to loving people, to deeper intimacy, to taking people in. Throat chakra, maybe you're getting into your artsy side, maybe you're getting creative, maybe you're expressing yourself, maybe you're a singer, maybe you just have a good voice and you like to speak a lot, like this one. I came in speaking and I haven't shut up since. Right? I used to take the phone away from my parents and I would just be like speaking to whoever would listen to me. Third eye is when you're coming into that, it's not only psychic ability, but intuition, learning things about people on a deeper level that they're putting out there, starting to pay attention to synchronicities. And it's basically like having a software program downloaded into you to learn about all the signals and systems and navigating life in like a, oh, okay, I'm going there because of this, and this is a good decision because of this, and this person is giving me this information. And it's like just instant software download for navigating life. And then crown chakra is obviously spiritual enlightenment in a more integrated way. So that means it's not just a concept, but it's something that you're living. Whereas when you're struggling in the crown chakra, it feels like you're kind of stuck there, and spirituality feels more like a concept and like a thought process rather than like I'm living spirituality in my life. It's integrated into my life. Like I am feeling myself as a spiritual being on a daily basis. I am spiritually aware of energies and the multidimensional reality on a deeper basis. And I am feeling these things on the inside. It's not just a concept. It's an experience that I'm having and living and aware of on a daily basis. It's a part of me. I'm not just thinking of spirit guides. I'm aware I'm communicating to them. I'm not just thinking of synchronicities. It feels this concrete, like, yes, this is happening. It's not pushed away from me. It is a part of my experience, and I don't doubt or question it, and it's not an idea in my head. It's something that is a part of my physical life and is integrated into my physical life. So if you want to learn more about chakras or work with your chakras and the different blockages that come up, I am releasing a hypnotherapy shamanic journeying experience series of CDs. You can buy them singles per meditation experience on my website, lushheartswellsing.com. And it is going to be based on the different chakras, unblocking the different chakras, working on things like through shame and fear and all of the different things that are stuck in the different chakras. It is a highly attuned experience to emotional awareness, to it's going to take you in a deep subconscious place, and it is a deep healing experience, rewiring experience, and it's happening on a multidimensional level.